What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Beta Memoirs. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing if you are looking for stock market analysis. And today has been quite interesting. Something that I've been talking about is that we are essentially waiting to see what happens tomorrow with the Fed. They have a statement tomorrow, as well as Powell tomorrow at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is what the market is anticipating. The market is fully aware that there will be tapering with bonds. But being said, will rate raises come up? And we've had this multiple different times. Rate raises aren't something that is going to happen this year, next year. So it's a reoccurring problem with the market. The market has short-term memory, is what it seems like. So we begin some pullbacks. There was some good moves this morning. I know NVIDIA, Tesla, and Google had some massive pops today. Coin had a little bit of a pop today with Bitcoin pushing up today. So we are looking to see banks. I know Goldman Sachs had a big pop today as well. So ultimately, we want to see what happens tomorrow. Again, I don't expect anything different to happen. I think a lot of people are trying to anticipate something different happening, but I just don't see that happening. The only thing I can see is what will happen with Chair Powell if someone else is taking over his position, which is something that we should have heard back in September, but we still haven't heard anything. So that is still up in the air as far as who is to take Chair Powell's spots or if he's going to stay. So that is something that could be brought up tomorrow, which I think could cause the market to be extremely volatile if that is what's brought up tomorrow, something that is on the plate. So I'm trying to go over different scenarios and what could be possible tomorrow. So right now, I am mostly cash for the most part. I do have a position in MSTR because of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will start pushing up even after hours here. I don't think Bitcoin's really being regulated by what's going on with the Fed tomorrow. Again, they could announce something about crypto. I highly doubt that. Ultimately, I'm thinking that just going to kind of reiterate everything as far as the tapering and as far as what they're doing with the bond purchasing. Again, which is something that has been highlighted multiple times. So I really don't see anything big there happening. Today was mostly just confusion and with a lot of whipsaw. So we'll have to see. But market in itself, yes, we are getting high. But we are, I still see us pushing quite a bit, at least 4,700 is something. It's a possibility. Don't go off my price target. It's purely a guess. It's just a nice round number that we could push up to. But I think we're going to continue to push into going into the end of the year. There's no real reason not to. This meeting tomorrow, we're going to just give clarification on when they are tapering the bonds. Again, if something else comes up from that, that could be an issue. The market may not digest that well or may actually love it. So it really just depends what happens tomorrow. Again, all just anticipation. Bitcoin, again, had a nice pop today. It died off towards the end of the day. But I want to see if this continues. Getting a retest here. I want to hopefully pop back over 65 tomorrow would be nice. I want to see how that plays out. Normally, Bitcoin's been waiting towards the weekends to make big moves. So to see this move up today was nice. Does it continue to pop overnight again? Because the morning session essentially opened up and popped. We'll see if that happens again this evening and go from that point. Because if it does, your coin, your MSTR will definitely be worth playing tomorrow. Tesla in itself, again, it had a nice pop this morning, then kind of just stood flat. I think this will continue to stay flat. Definitely want to keep this on watch for tomorrow. I know a lot of people are still watching Tesla. A lot of people think Tesla's still going to run to 2K in a day or two. But being said, it may start losing some steam here. It is getting pretty high. But we'll have to see. I think some money, some liquidity will come out of Tesla at some point here. even though it's been consolidating for a couple months, we might get another run. I don't really know how high. I'm not giving a price target on Tesla, but it is, you just have to see how it starts dying. If it starts stalling and doing a lot of sideways action, that's when you need to kind of lay off the gas a little bit and kind of watch and see what it does before it breaks range, before you enter that trade again, especially at these ranges here. Now that it's back over 1,000 or 1,100, I should say. So something to keep on lookout. Apple, again, nice pop this morning, and then again sold off because of the Fed. That's just essentially normal at this point. But I think Apple is one of the ones that could really get some gas and really start pushing if the market starts going tomorrow. So you have to watch. If we start pushing before the Fed, that could be a telltale sign that people aren't afraid. If people aren't afraid, then it really doesn't matter. You might get some selling going that last hour going into the 2 o'clock hour, but after that, I think everything will be essentially be digested. So the next 2 days, I'm going to be trading light to try to see what happens with tomorrow and how the market is reacting, and then possibly if the market starts to hold even through after all the Powell stuff in the power hour tomorrow, I may try to swing something. It really just depends. I want to see how the market is digesting the information. And that is ultimately what's key for tomorrow. I think that's the only thing that's holding us back at this point. Facebook acted really weird today. It pulled back pretty hard. And then I got some news about metaverse stuff. So it had a nice pop, but then again, like everything else, it's sold off. If it's not Tesla or Google, most things, or NVIDIA, most things took a pretty hard hit. Microsoft just traded flat today. Google had a nice pump today, and then looks like it's ready to pump again tomorrow, to be honest. And this is why I like trading a lot of large cap or blue chip stocks, because of the fact that they have the strength. A lot of the strength floods into these when most of the market is selling. Square is quite a disappointment. It broke support here today. So I think I got out of this position today. Had a couple of little pops here, which I could have got out, but I think ultimately what's going to happen here is we're going to have to wait till earnings to see what happens with it. Bitcoin is running with it as well. I think Square is really going to do well for earnings, and maybe that's just what it's waiting for at this point. But if the market does churn, this could really start ripping. It's had multiple price targets over 300, so that's why I like to keep it on watch. Coin, again, nice. I captured this nice pop out of here earlier today, and then it just started to die off. Not like we just saw, Bitcoin is kind of pulling back a little bit, so we'll see how it does on the overnight session. MSTR had a massive day today, massive rip today. I wasn't even watching this earlier today. But it's hitting around that 50% mark. So I want to see, again, if Bitcoin pushes, something to keep an eye on. Roblox dying off. A lot of these Snap dying off. I do like the consolidation on Snap, something I want to keep an eye on, especially if we start to run after this meeting and start getting a lot of strength after some of these earnings are done. I want to see what happens with Snap. UPST is another one that was kind of disappointing today. I did swing this overnight. I did tag out on this massive pullback, and then it started running again. I missed this this run to get back into this today. I definitely want to watch this tomorrow to see what it does. If we start playing this top range here again, I will look to get back into this calls and shares on this one. Affirm, not much going on there. Amazon, a lot of e-commerce has just been kind of just back and forth whipsawing. It hasn't really done too much. Same with Shop. Shop just completely sold off. I thought it would have bounced off the 1500 and started rolling again, but it just turned over and died today. SCs, though, has been doing very well. And this is not just, yes, it's both, SC is both e-commerce and gaming. So gaming has really helped SC push it up. And so that's why I do like about SC. It does have both sides of that factored in. Lemonade actually pushing pretty good today. Something else I want to watch tomorrow. It pulled back after hours, but I want to see what goes on with that. Overstock had a nice run today as well. Look for the retest tomorrow on this one. SoFi flat might actually push tomorrow if it does break out of this range. So what's nice about this consolidation area is if to wait for the break before you actually enter, as opposed to getting in and getting chopped up. No, DWAC was halted today and then popped back up for the short sellers. X still holding strong. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for tomorrow. Again, looking at a lot of different fangs, a lot of the same ones. I like to play a lot of the same ones. We have to see what is in store tomorrow. Again, we all can all assume that what Powell is just going to say is that nothing changes. It's the same song and dance, and the market's fine, and the market just starts moving after that point. So maybe the digestion again, and we pull back a little bit, or maybe it comes out and the new chair spot is given to somebody else, and again, more volatility if that happens. It really just all depends on what is being said tomorrow. Again, I don't expect anything different. My expectations are nothing's going to change, and we're going to keep rolling. But again, I can't predict what's going to happen with the Fed tomorrow. So when we figure that out, we'll react to what's actually going on. So if you've made it this far, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next time, I will see you guys later.